Okay guys, here we are on this chipper here. I had some people commenting on here wanting to know if I was going to make any more videos on this chipper, and I finally got it back from my brother, his father-in-law. He's got a machine shop, and I finally got it back from him. He done all the welding and stuff, and like I said, he's had all these hoses here. I don't know if he's got a I don't know if he's got some kind of plasma cover that's on a table and he just punches in the computer or a flow jet machine. I don't really know. But like I said, I took it out there to him because I had a bunch more other work to do, and plus he does super good work. So he went ahead and he put the sides on there, put the floor in there, fixed these little spots on the fender here, and only thing he didn't fix was these small little hose here. My brother said he really wasn't that worried about it. Like I said, it's an older chipper, just a backup chipper. So he wasn't too worried about that there. We still do got to get it sandblasted and painted. That's going to be coming up on a later video. We just want to take and get it running so we can use it a little bit and see how it's going to work out. Let me open up the back here real quick. I know it's going to be noisy here, but I'll show you what everything they got done. Sorry about that. I told y'all that it was going to be loud. So, yeah, like I said, y'all remember how it was all rusted down inside there. It's probably kind of hard to see, but anyways, he cut all that stuff out. He took the drums out. I was trying to get the rollers out of this machine here, and I tried heating them up to get them out. And you can see here this taper lock, it wound up breaking on me. So he wound up getting them out, but the only way he could get them out is he had to wind up cutting the sides. So they cut the sides out here, and they wound up bringing the hose system. They wound up bringing every bit of it right through this section down here. They wound up bringing everything out this way. So when he brought all that there out, he said he had to set it on a table, and he had to wind up heating it all the way around and all the way around. And he said he barely was able to get it to come out that way. So he said that the way that I was doing it from underneath, he said you never would have been able to get them out. And here's the races. Like I said, they welded the races up just so they could get them out. But I do got new races, new bearings. This filter here. Set that over there. But here's the shafts. Like I said, the shafts are in really good shape. I'll probably just wind up taking a wire wheel to these shafts. As y'all can see them here, I'll wind up taking a wire wheel to the shafts, and I'll get them nice and cleaned up. But this one here is in pretty good shape. I did get into this one here just a little bit, but it's not gonna hurt nothing. Kind of got a little nick in it there. When I was trying to get that out right there, it got over into it. This in here the same way. Like I said, this one's in pretty good shape. I just need to clean all this right here up. It had some pitting in there, but other than that there, all these here is in pretty good shape. And these are the slides that go back. As you can see, like I said, he marked them on there for me, so that's a good thing. I think these, if you had to buy these, I think just buying these pieces here was I think they were somewhere around, I don't know. I think they just these little pieces, I think he's like $2,700 a piece for these if you had to buy these. So cutting these out was really not an option. The best way to do it, plus it was already rusty, the best way to do it was, like I said, cut the sides here out, and that's what we wind up doing. I got to hook some lights up down there, but all the floor and everything underneath here you can see. Well, you probably can't see, but anyways, I'll show some more when I get up in there. But he took and cut all the floor, re-braced it all up, and boy, he done a good job. I will sit there. Charlie out there does top quality work when it comes to getting all this stuff fabricated. So we're going to get all this stuff here out. All right, like I said, this one's pretty clean. I went ahead and put the little slide pads on there. I'll do it on the other one. You can see here how much, you know, heat they had to take and put in that thing to get it this damn thing here. I gotta find me a better tripod thing here. So this one does okay for what it is. So, well, you can see here now, like I said, we got that all cleaned out. I've got the parts manual to this right over here, and I can show you all how it goes together. So these are the pieces. These are the pieces here, like I said, of what we got, and you got the bearing. Is going to go in this part here, and then you got the snap ring that's going to hold the bearing in there. And then once we get all that in there, once we get all that down in there, we're going to stick the shaft. We'll stick the shaft straight down through there, and then once we stick the shaft through there, we'll put the taper lock, which I got new taper lock. There's my new bearings, and here's my big new snap rings. So let's go ahead and get. Let me go ahead and get them set up there. And see what we can come up with. Like I said, you'll this goes straight over the shaft, just like this right here. But like I said, it's going to go down this way. This part here will be sticking out the other way. So basically, these are going to be down in here. Basically, it'll go in there just like that. There, you'll knock this here down, and the snap ring goes around there, and the snap ring holds this in here. But this piece here, it just kind of really just dangles there. But what happened was this here got froze up on this shaft and down inside there. So whenever I was trying to, if I could have got these here off, then yes, I probably could have pushed that out there. But like Charlie was telling me, he said, you know, without cutting them out of that side there, you would have never got, and then you never would have got these out any other way, because it just the way that it is in there. This is pretty much when they put these in there, they probably never intended somebody to have to take them things there out, which they make it to where you can take them out, but more than likely they made it to where you wasn't supposed to take this apart. But he said one of these bearings, I mean, these bearings do go bad, and you'll know it because if you're using it and the bottom of the wheels on the bottom down there, if those bottom of those wheels start kicking out like this when you try to put something there, trying to like expand like this, then that's how you know that they're wore out. You know, your bearings up inside there, and this is a closed unit. You can't grease it or nothing like that there. So I'm going ahead and I need to go ahead and get these. I'm trying to think here if I need to take, and I think I need to put the shafts on there. I think that's what I need to. Well, I'm gonna have to do this. I'm going to wind up putting the shafts inside these here, knocking that down in there, and then just sticking this whole thing straight down inside the barrel. And then I can put this. Then I can put the taper locks on there. So let's go ahead and get this here set back out. So I don't have to. I know as soon as I try to do what I gotta do, but you can see there how it just sits in there. Just sits on that shaft there. And the funny thing about it is, well, not the funny thing about it, the crazy thing about it is the way that thing sits down in there. The only thing that holds that bearing in there is just this big snap. If I knock it damn thing, or it's just is this big snap ring here. This big snap ring is going to go sit down right down inside here, and that's what's going to hold that bearing in there. So let me get the tools here and we'll try to get that put in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the I've got the old race, and probably what I'm going to wind up doing is I'm just going to use the old race to drive it down in there. Keep going around here in a circle. I need a little block of wood. Get this block of wood, because this, if you use the race, I mean, you could probably put the block of wood here, but the only thing is, if you do it like that, then you're kind of hitting on the middle section of the bearing itself. You don't want to hit it there. You want to get on the outside. And just make sure that it's going in there pretty good and straight, which seems like this side's not in there as good as the side. So it's going on in there now. You'll know when it's in there because it'll just bottom out. You'll hear that good sound there. And just make sure, like I said, it's still spinning like that there. Let me get a pair of snap ring pliers. I had to go to get these snap ring pliers. Damn, this is one stiff ass. Hopefully don't come out of there and hit me in the fucking head. Okay, I think it's, nope, not all the way. It's not all the way down. Let me get I'm gonna get a little punch real quick. Alright, so I got this snap ring here and there. When I was trying to put that down in there, I don't know if you can see it now, but it put a little indentation there and a little indentation there. This big snap ring did. But this thing here still springs perfectly fine. Nothing's catching, nothing's locking up. So I think I'll be fine on that there. It just, like I said, it kind of just flattened it on that corner right there, and I don't really know. I really don't know exactly why it caused it to do that. But be careful on this other one right here when I go to put it down in here. Just make sure it's going down in there straight. Almost. there now. It's about the same there. I think we're pretty good shape there. And then I gotta put this hard ass snap ring back down in here. I got the kind that you squeeze together. Got it down there now. I think what I did last time is I took this punch and I hit it here, and that's what made them indentions. So I'm gonna go back here, see if this will help me out now. Still thinking a sense it's still going to make it, see, still going to indent it just to, I mean, it's still, I mean, it's definitely in there, but it still made it to where you would think that this piece here, they'd have made it to where it wasn't flat, but it did, this one did the same exact way there, and there's no other way to get that in there without causing it to do that. Which, like I said, it ain't hurt it. I just don't know why the other reason didn't. I mean, it's in there nice and silent, so I don't know another reason why it would cause it to not, you know, to do that. Like I said, it still spins nice and freely. So I don't understand why it would be, you know, such a pain there. Way, but I'm just showing you here. Just making sure they spin. Still spin good and free. Like you said, you can see there's no resistance in it. I got this one stuck in there now. So you gotta clean some of the rust off of this one. So it'll so it goes on down in there. Let me wire wheel this here all up and get this get both these sitting down on top, and then I'll show you how they sit down in there, and then we should be able to go ahead and get the drums and all that stuff there in there, and get this whole top and everything, get all that stuff there picked up. Because the back, I'll probably have to wind up having my service truck pick that top up, because that stuff is just heavy. When I took it off her, I just picked it up off her and threw it down. Like I said, you couldn't hurt it, so. But just as far as picking it back up and putting it back on there, that's going to be a little bit different story there. I'll throw a little grease. I'm going to throw some grease on that as well, just maybe help it out for next time. So let me get all this stuff set up here, and we'll go ahead and sit these top pieces on there, and we'll go ahead and slide the shafts down through there. Keyway back up in here like that. This should, I'm going to push it over anyway. Oh, shit. Another thing also, when I stuck that one in there, at first I didn't recognize it until after I stuck it down in there. I didn't have it all bolted in there, but I set it down in there. I was like, oh shit, I gotta make sure that I put it in backwards. So you gotta make sure them hooks there are on there the right way. Okay, so first thing you do is you put these slides in here. These slides are gonna stick in here just like this. And this one over here, it'll be there. And this one here, it'll just be there. And then, like I said, you just sit it down in there, like so. Make sure, like I said, this there, it fell off, but that's okay. They slide back on there fairly easy. Okay. And like I said, it just sits in there just like that there. And like I said, just remember, like I said, when I took it to Charlie and he cut all this out, he wound up, like I said, he wound up marking it for me. He put driver's side on this side and passenger side on this side. But anyways, to where these hooks here are, you want to make sure that these hooks are facing that way, because when you put the springs back in here, the springs got to have something to hook to hold these together, because that's the only thing that makes this go. Where the limb goes in and when the limb goes in, these here, they separate like this. And to make them come back together closely to suck up little limbs, they got those two big springs that go in there. So what... I gotta get a new microphone. Mine it keeps on getting in the way there. But anyways, like I said, the slides, they just sit in here, and then you'll look down inside there, and it should be exactly, you should see, it'll be a straight shot, straight hole all the way down through the bottom, and that's what the shaft will go through to get to it. But the problem I had on the other side there is with the with not having that down there shimmed up, the shaft would go down there, but it wouldn't. It's got to have something to hold that up. So when you slide that back down in there, you know, it'll be up off the ground a little bit. So this here, it's off just a tad bit that way, and then the shaft there itself, you want to kind of get it centered up as best that you can, and that's going to help you out when you go to put this back together, because if you don't get it, damn it, it's touchy. Okay, right there. So when you slide the shaft in there, it makes it to where it's easier for that just to slide all the way down, and I'll show you what I'm talking about when I get down to the bottom. I spray it just a little bit. I want to spray just a little bit of oil down here in case if I ever had to, and I don't think I ever will, have to put bearings back in this again. If I ever do, I want it to be where it's not so rusty down inside there. So I'm going to spray that. And let me get the shaft, and I'll show you what I did on that shaft as well. So on the shaft, I just took and I kind of just sprayed the shaft down with this free stuff. It seems like to me that stuff there, it kind of really just, I mean, I know it's like a penetrating oil, but for some reason it always seems like it'll eventually just, you know, dissolve away, I guess, you know, kind of like soap, or I see if I use like PB Blaster, or if I use like WD-40, it stays in there, and you really want this to bite to that steel on the bottom. But like I said, this right here should slide all the way. That's perfect. That's exactly how you want it done right there. You want that to be flat. I don't know if you can see it. See it now how that's down? See, like this is flat, and see how it's down in there? Well, the problem that I had on that one is I didn't have that shimmed up. And what it was doing is it was making that there stick up. Well, on the shaft, I should have showed y'all on the shaft, but I didn't. I should have showed you on the shaft. I'll show you up underneath here real quick. What you want to do is, I gotta fix all these wires. Okay, so as you can see here on the shaft itself, now you see how far that shaft has came down. here's the drum, you know, here's the roller drum itself, and then here's the shaft right here. That's what you want. But before I had that pushed up, the drum was hanging almost down here, and it was making it almost impossible for me to get that taper lock in there. What I did was I sanded all this down really good with you know, like a wire wheel or something like that. Or you don't want to dig into it, because that taper lock, that's what makes that drum, that's what holds that to it. That key winner makes that drum where, you know, it sucks limbs. You don't want that to spin. So what I did was I just sanded that down good enough to where that can move, because once you get that in there, you need to be able to move it back and forth, because to get these damn hose lined up with that other one, it was just an absolutely pain to get that exactly where it needed to be. So let me see if I can get, let's see here, that should, I think I can get it right there. But you might have to wind up moving this to get this centered up exactly where you wanted it at, and then, you know, get the keyway. So let me grab the keyway and the taper lock. Okay, so now I got this taper lock and the keyway. The keyway will just slide right inside here, and it will be a tight fit. It will be a tight fit to get it down in there. I might have to smooth it down a little bit more. You see how it's trying to dig into that well, you really can't see. It's trying to dig into that piece right there, and it don't need to. The tighter it is, the better. See, okay, so now we got it. That's exactly where it needs to be at, right there. But what we got to do is so I know that it goes in there like that, so it means I want to make sure this slides up in here that way there. So when I go to put this taper lock in there, I know that it's going to slide up inside that right there. So that's, and then you got to make sure you have to wiggle it a little bit, but it will eventually go up in there how you want it. See, you just got to just work with it a little bit. It will. I have to move the drum over a little bit. And like I said, it should just slide right up in there. But right now it's kind of catching on that. It's catching on that keyway there. Okay, so the keyway's all the way up right there, and that's what it's kind of connecting on that keyway. Just gotta make sure we get it. So it's spinning on the shaft there, so it should be right in that keyway there. But the way that, see if it's, okay, so I know it's going up in the drum. If I don't take my fingers off first. Okay, so now I know it's not in the keyway, so you just got to work with it a little bit. It will, when it goes in there, I promise you, it'll slide perfect up in there. Okay, so let me get my keyway. The keyway's right in there where spin. So now it's trying to be. Now it's going to be a pain. Okay, let me go back up on top up here, and because I mean I know that's exactly where it needs to go. I mean, you definitely want it to be a little bit snug. You don't want it to be loose, because this has to tighten up, and that's what makes it. Damn, what is that? Damn, it was short. So let me pull it back down here real quick. check my keyway. That's the way the keyway was up in there. So the keyway will slide up in there like this. And that's what it's kind of hanging on, I believe. It is hanging on. It's hanging on that keyway. Okay. Let's try this. But when it goes up in there, it goes up in there tight. So. I might have to separate that with a screwdriver just a little bit, not much. See, okay, now. Okay. See, now you see, maybe you can see, I can't really tell. That's what I was telling you about. Get the light, got the light here, don't want to burn my fucking head. Okay, so it took me a minute to get the finesse stuff in there, but I had to pull the keyway out and put it back in there. But now you can see how you see that much shaft. That's how much was out before, about a ½ an inch, somewhere around that. Somewhere around, I can't tell if y'all can even see. No, I don't think you can see me. Okay, maybe I should get a block of wood or something. I don't think he was able to see, but anyways, and then it comes all these, you got your new bolts, and it had Allen bolts in it, and I really like them better, and I wish that's what they would have sent me. Wish that's what they would have sent me in return. It'll come with little lock washers, and inside there's a little bitty Allen head in there, and that's what locks down. That's what'll lock down the keyway that goes in there. Shit. I had a problem getting this damn thing on here. And then what I do is I take my light, and you have to look up in there and see about where everything's at as far as the screw heads. That's why I'm telling you it's crucial to. Okay, there's one there. That's why I'm telling you it's crucial to kind of get it about where it needs to be at. I just want to screw one. I'm just going to screw one up in there for right this second. And I'm going to go get my impact and some anti-seize. Anti-seize on them other two there. Now I'm going to take this one here out. And it don't take much. And like I said, it's probably not really a whole lot of reason to put this in there because I don't ever plan on taking it apart. But, you know, you just never know. Something may happen. You might have to wind up doing this. So just put a little anti-seize on there is what I do. So and then just kind of like I said. I just wanted to check that one there again, so just make sure it was tight. So once you get all them air tight, like I said, you got this little bitty plug here, and like I said, it goes in there, and that's what holds the keyway. That's what holds the keyway in there. So go right up here and it goes right into the side. And what you do is, like I said, just screw right in there and just take a little bitty Allen head. Okay. So I got a finger tight. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to push this over pretty far, and then you can just take your little Allen and you could just turn it in there just like that there. And that's what I did on the other side. So let me get you back up on top, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to put the motor on there, and then we'll start getting the braces in there, and hopefully we can get the lid on there, get the lines on there, and we can get this thing fired up. I guess, well, back up on top here again. I'll slide this more of this key way here. Definitely a tight fit to get it to go. Get it to go down in there how it's supposed to go. It's supposed to go down there just like that. But the way this is, it's like it kind of got boogered up there a little bit somehow or another. It'll fit in there just like this, but then it won't go down in there enough to do it. So we're probably gonna have to get a file or something and file that out. I don't know if this little stone I got here will get it or not. It's just right there on the corner there. Let's see if that does it. I'd have to wind up getting a file. Yeah, it's just right there on that top. You can see it goes in there perfect. It's just right there in the back. Let me grab a flat file. Goes like this. How about screwed up right there? That wouldn't have been good. Get the whole damn motor down in there, get it torqued down. And you're like, oh shit, that ain't gonna work. Oh, that's being such a pain. It's straight down right there. Okay, so almost forgot. The reason that the bolts wouldn't go in there the right way is because I still had those shims down there under that drum, and it was kind of had that cocked at angle, so you can make sure that you want to take them out. Just give somebody a heads up. Just take them out, and then like I said, the other two, as you can see there now, they screwed right in there. So just a reminder, like I said, just take them there out, and these here, they'll screw right in there perfect. So I put a wrench on right there, but like I was saying, what I like to do is I like to put these on there as far as the colors, so that I know what goes where. So I ain't gotta worry about nothing being backwards. So I ain't gotta worry about nothing being backwards. I'll tell you what, let me, that probably won't matter, I was gonna say. I still gotta slide them pieces in there. So as far as, that's what keeps the drums from popping up. These little slides that goes in there, so definitely gotta take and get these up on here. So get these here tightened up. Then we can get the slides on there. Okay, got them tied up. This right here. That's why they make these little brackets here on the side so you can slide these up in there. Or you ain't got to worry about it getting back in there and getting smashed. These washers sure go on. Okay, so what we gotta do here now is just gotta lay this up in here like this. Right in here, just like that there. And I'm definitely going to put some anti-seize on these, just because last time when I went to take these out, I thought every damn one of them was going to break off. So we'll anti-seize these. Every once in a while, what you got to do is you got to spray. You got to spray them little rubber pads. Because what they'll start doing is if they don't get enough spray them, they kind of start sticking. So that's why usually why we spray. We try to spray ours as best we can. But honestly, ever since we've got that grapple truck, hell, we really don't even chip much anymore. Thing there, it's just so damn handy. So we'll just repeat the process here until you get them all in there. So let me go ahead and get the back one in there, and I'll torque these down, and we'll show you how to put the spring in there, because what I'm probably going to have to wind up doing this is I'll probably have to wind up pulling this out, and then once I pull it out, I'll pull it out And I'll probably take that big top back, or the big top piece, and I'll set it down. I'll probably use my crane to set it down on there because it's so damn heavy. So let me go ahead and get the other piece on there and get these torqued down, and we'll get the springs put on there. All right, guys. Well, I got all the bolts tight. Now we're gonna go ahead and put the springs on there. They're very simple. If you get this chipper here clogged up, you got to do this the same way. You just got to put these springs. You got to put the springs back. You don't got to take them off and then just separate it. So, like I said, it ain't that big of a deal. Like I said, you just slide these both together and then just take your spring here, just like that. There, they're not a whole lot of tension on them. So it really don't matter that much. Like I said, I put it on this one here, just like this. There it goes, get down in there. And then, like I said, you just hook this one here up. Same way. Just like that there. So everything in here now is wrapped up. As far as getting, all we gotta do is get the top on it now. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up all my tools. I do got to get this little spring. There's a little valve block piece on the back here that's broke, so I definitely got to get that piece there and put that on there as well. But it doesn't matter because the top's you can fop it up. So like I said, I got every one of them done, all the motors hooked up. To get that back piece in there, I must have taken that out after I had took these lines off and then took the motors off, because it was kind of a pain. I had to wind up taking these two lines here back off. Alright guys, all I did on that right there is I just took the grinder and I grinded it down just a little bit, and that worked out pretty good. This out here lined up really good. I had no problems with it. So I got that there. Guess now I'll get the bar back on here. I gotta put the top pieces on there real quick. Hang on, I'm getting a phone call. Okay, so we got this top piece that goes on here. Let me go ahead and grab that. Stick that down on there. Okay. Got the nuts and bolts there. Shit, I forgot one. Oh, let's see. Go on this side. I think. It's got these springs on there, and they just kind of expand out, but these damn springs are tight. There it goes. No, I can't do. It's been so damn long since I took it apart. I can't remember how it went now. I'm almost certain. No, I didn't go like it. It's got to go just like I just had it. Yeah, it's almost certain. It's been so damn long since I took it apart. I can't exactly remember how the hell that damn thing went down in there, but gotta figure it out. Like I said, all we have to do now is just put this piece here on there. Yeah, there we go. We gotta get this piece here put on there, and then hell, like I said, just there's one little bitty little plunger valve in there. I'm gonna show y'all here in just a second. I gotta change it out. They get, when you go back and forth with that lever back and forth so many times, you know, like you get a big piece of wood in there and you gotta, you know, go forward and backwards, keep the chip from getting stopped up, which it does got auto feed, but sometimes that damn auto feed, it just can't kick it back fast enough. Okay. Said that spring was in there. Like I said, sometimes them springs are so wore out that it don't have that much you know, resistance on it. I'm going to get this bore. I don't know how this thing got bent around here. Go inside my little box over here. It's always good when you take everything apart and you put everything in a box, and then whenever you get ready to fucking put it all back together, you ain't got no bolts left in the box, so that's always a good sign. I'd say that there is. That's got that there squared away. Let me raise this top here up, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in here. Let me go ahead and grab a flathead screwdriver, just so I know that I got it here. Alright guys, well, down inside there's that little spring, and these little pieces here, they just sit right up against this little piece there, and like I said, it makes it to where it don't go so far. Like I said, the gasket's pretty much well gone on that right there. I had to get me a little gasket for it. That gasket there, that's what keeps it from leaking. I'll get. And that one screw, I got one screw there that's bent. I don't know why. I don't know why they didn't give me a brand new damn screw in the pack. Guess I gotta buy them extra, so. Put this one there for, put this screw back in there. I don't know if y'all can see here what I'm doing. Like I said, one screw goes here and then the other screw goes down there on the bottom side. It ain't gotta be super tight. Once you kind of get it in there decently, that's all it really needs. I got to tighten this one line here up that line there. It's loose as can be, and I didn't even take this valve off. Somebody else worried about the chipper. They must have took it off there. That's the only thing I can think of. Loosen this one just a little bit. So this here can find out exactly where it goes inside here. Okay, tighten this and back up here now. Okay, got that now. Alright guys, well, I went on ahead and threw some paint on the sides here, just because I gotta sit it outside, and plus it's done now, and he don't know exactly what color he wants to do. That's just some black primer that I had here at the shop, but I went ahead and primered the fenders everywhere that had bare metal. Besides in here, this doesn't matter in here. Like I said, it's just gonna get, with all the brush that goes through, it's just gonna get scraped anyways. But we gotta get a light for down there, and like I said, I just want to get it primed up, because like I said, he don't really know what color he wants to paint. He don't know if he's going back with the Vermeer color or if he's going to paint it white. He don't know yet. But anyways, whatever he decides, like I said, I'm going to have the guy that sandblasted my service truck bed, I'm probably going to get him to sandblast the sides and all the rust spots in. And once he does that there, I got these two little spots here. I'm gonna take and weld the little spot here and weld a little spot here. But for now, he just wants to get the chipper, get it up there to where he can use it, and just see how it's gonna work out. And when I get some time later on, when he decides he wants to paint it, I'll probably fix those couple little spots over there. But let me get it fired up here, and I'm gonna show y'all the rollers here. I don't know why, but it did it to me the other day. So yeah, everything seems to be working just fine. If he decides to paint it, I mean, I know he's going to paint it, but whenever he decides what color he wants to paint it, then I get the guy to get in here to sandblast it. I'll have him sandblast it on, and I'll make a video on me, painting the chipper and doing all that stuff, putting a couple decals and things like that on there. So, like I said, guys, if y'all like watching this kind of stuff, you like watching things I do, just try to, like and subscribe, and maybe I can keep making videos like this, and maybe somebody can learn from the stuff I do. Thanks a lot.